Good morning, class 8 children. Today I will teach about the chapter will be the same, nervous system, but today I will teach about the brain and reflex arc. Yes children, brain. Our brain is the muscular part or soft part of our body which is covered by the skull or protected by the skull, but the covering of the brain is called as meninges. Covering of the brain is called as meninges. Here I have not drawn here properly, but one line you can draw it above it. And this meninges have 3 layers. You should not know about the name of it, but it is having 3 layers, and in between these 3 layers there are present, or these vacant area is present with a fluid called as cerebrospinal fluid. This cerebrospinal fluid has a main function to maintain the shock and jerk, which is, or to protect the shock and jerk which can be given from the outside, and second function of it to give the nutrition or to provide the nutrition to the neurons of the brain, or you can say the brain tissue, provide nutrition. So these two functions are done by the cerebrospinal fluid. This cerebrospinal fluid is a common name for two regions. This cerebrospinal fluid is present in spinal cord also and in brain also. So the name is given cerebrospinal fluid. Now children, we are coming to the parts of the brain. Brain have, according to your syllabus only children, brain has 3 parts: cerebrum, the longest or the largest part of the brain, which is cerebrum, then small oval in shape or ovoid in shape is cerebellum, and last part is medulla oblongata. So children, cerebrum is the largest part of our brain. It is divided into 2 hemispheres, right and left. So right part is called as right cerebral hemisphere, and left part will called as, or we will call the left part is left cerebral hemisphere. Now children, there is one thing, it is not in your book, but I want to tell you that these 2 cerebral hemispheres are joined by a strip or by a muscular band. This muscular band, especially I am giving you, known as corpus callosum. C-O-R-P-U-S, corpus, and callosum, C-A-L-L-O-S-U-M. This corpus callosum is present in between, where we are making some partition at the mid of the head. Below it there is the corpus callosum. Corpus callosum has a main function to join these 2 cerebral hemispheres and can pass the message from right to the left part and from left to the right part. Understood? Now this corpus callosum, when it is present in our brain, so God has given us to conduct our brain to the parts of the body by this callosum. Our left part of the brain will hold or will continue or will show the capability to control the right part of our body, and our right hemisphere will control the left part of our body. Please children, you understood. If it does not happen, then right side always will do the another type of function and left side will do the another type of function. Never the two parts, lateral parts of our body not coordinate with each other. So that's why corpus callosum is present to join the hemisphere and to pass the message from right to left or left to right. Then our two parts of the body can do the same work. So this is the main part of our brain, that is the cerebrum. Cerebrum, while it is the largest part of the brain, then it is having large area and number of neurons will form or can adjust themselves with the folding above each other, and in this way they will form ridges and grooves. So as we have ridges and grooves in our cerebrum, so it can increase the surface area of our cerebrum. So number of neuron also can be adjusted in this cerebrum, and more number of neuron will show us or will give us more alertness to our brain, and brain is more active at that time when we have more number of ridges and grooves. Yes children, then ridges and grooves will increase the surface area and our brain can do more function. So our brain is made up of neuron, children. So as the neurons, yes children, just now I am drawing here. It is neuron and this is the axon, suppose. So axon is transparent, white in color, muscular part it is. So where the axon is present, there will be the white matter, and where the cyton is present, there will be the grey matter. So in our brain, children, this is the only diagrammatic sketch, not you can found in a book. Suppose this is the brain, and children, this is the axon and this is the cyton. This is the axon, this is the cyton. If in this way we will draw, so the outer portion of the brain have cyton, and inner portion of the brain it is having axon. So inner side they have white matter and outside they have grey matter. This type of arrangement of the neurons they are having in the cerebrum and cerebellum. Please children, not in the medulla. So brain is made up of grey matter and white matter only due to the presence of cyton and axon. Cyton will form the grey matter and axon will form the white matter. So in this way our brain have two layers, outer one grey matter, inner one white matter. Then in our cerebrum there are so many areas which are directly connected to our sense organ. So if it is connected with the eye, that means it is the area for sight. Where it is connected with the ear, there will be the site of hearing. Where it is connected with the nasal nerve, that is olfactory nerve, then it is area for smelling. Where it is attached with the nerve attached with the tongue, taste bud, then it will be the sensation of, it will give the sensation of the taste. Where it is attached with the skin, sensation of the skin, that place will give us pain, touch, pressure, etc. So except all these areas, there are some area for memory. As we have in a computer, you have some memory card in your mobile also. So we have some memory area for memory. then area for speech, area for thought, area for thinking, area for reasoning. All these are present in the cerebrum region. And each and everything can be done by the neurons. So number of neurons, mostly they are present in the cerebrum, and they are arranged in the two layers, outer one grey matter, inner one white matter. Now children, second part of the brain is cerebellum. Cerebellum is the smaller part of the brain, little bit covered by the cerebrum also, and it is also oval in shape. Like corpus callosum, they are also having one partition which joins the two parts of the cerebrum. That is, it is also hemisphere. It is not in the syllabus, so please don't worry about it. And this cerebellum has main function to balance our body. First thing. Second, it can coordinate our muscular activity. So children, balance of the body. While see small children, while they learn to stand only, so by holding up any chair, table, sofa, whatever, they hold it and they can stand over there. But if they don't know to walk, then there is no coordination of their leg muscles to put their leg one after the another one. So first the cerebellum will make sure that they should get the balance of their body, and then they will coordinate their muscles to do some their activity. So these two things are done by the cerebellum. So cerebellum will maintain the balance of the body, and second thing, coordinate their muscular activities by which they can, both the parts of their body can coordinate with each other. Just suppose we are blinking our eyes, so both the eyes are blinking together. Both the ears are listening the same. Both the eyes are seeing the same thing. And both the legs are walking one after the another one. All these things can be completed by the cerebellum. Now third part. Third part is known as medulla. Medulla oblongata. Medulla is also called as the brain stem. Means small stem like structure, but just little bit swollen, just it is the inside the or covered by the cerebrum. This is medulla. So medulla, when medulla comes out from the skull, that is the hole, which hole is called as foramen magnum, no need to know about the name. From that foramen magnum, when it comes down or emerges out, then they will be called as, or the part of the medulla then will be changed into spinal cord. So children, in medulla and spinal cord, this arrangement will be the different one. Outside white matter, inner side will be grey matter. So children, please don't worry about it. But you should know that cerebrum and cerebellum have grey matter and white matter. Outside grey matter, inside white matter. But medulla and spinal cord, because when I will teach the reflex arc, then I will tell you that grey matter will be inside and white matter will be the outside. Yes. Now the function of medulla. As children, for cerebellum, they can control our muscular activity or voluntary activities, which we can complete according to our will. But children, medulla will complete the function which are involuntary in action. Involuntary in the sense which we can't do by ourselves, it is going on and going on. Even we are sleeping also. Respiratory, respiration, excretion, circulation, digestion, everything can be done by the medulla by the involuntary action of it. And they will show the reaction after some time or whatever time they require. So after whole night we can feel that our food is digested or completely digested or not. In this way. Our respiratory system also going on. Maybe it is less because we are sleeping, we are not doing any hard work. So rate of respiration also become slow. So in this way medulla will coordinate the involuntary actions. Next example I want to tell you, when you have some cough and cold, you are coughing more in the night. When that medulla is suppressed while you are lying on the bed, and then it can feel some less work or it can do some less work, and then it can show some more response. So heartbeat, circulation, respiration, everything is affected by the medulla oblongata. So medulla will do the mainly involuntary activities and continue it. Either we are sleeping or we are awaking or we are doing hard work or we are doing no work. Every time it is going on. Suppose if one person is having any accident and anyhow he or she stopped his or her circulatory system, then first of all respiratory system, then we can't make them alive because medulla already stopped its activity. So in this way medulla will give some important function for our survival. Heartbeat also, respiration also, digestion also, excretion also. It always depends on the medulla, and in this way medulla have the different, and spinal cord also have different types of arrangement. Children, you are in 8th, you should know it, that grey matter will be inside in medulla and white matter will be the outside. Okay children, this is the explanation about the now children, I can show you how the neurons are arranged in medulla or in the and in the spinal cord. In this way, this is the grey matter because these are the cyton, and this is the white matter, this is the axon. Now children, I will come to the reflex art or reflex action. Reflex action, if it is reflex word is there, that means one, as in your physics, one ray goes to the reflecting body, and then just from that reflecting body another ray, that is incident ray and emergent ray or reflecting ray, will come in the same medium, then it will take as reflection. So in the reflex arc, when this ray is going on, it is sensation, that means any type of sensation you got, it is the root or way, then it will go to the spinal cord. In the spinal cord there will be some association nerves which will listen about his or think about this message, and then they will pass some order through the motor nerve. So this portion they have association nerve, and they will interpret about the message, and after interpreting what they have to do, it give order to the through the motor nerve, and it shows some different response to the different parts of the body. In the very beginning of the chapter I told you, one stimulus can show different types of response with our different parts of our body. So this arc is known as reflex arc. So this is the portion of the spinal cord. See, now I am not telling about the spinal cord structure. So this is the spinal cord and there is a hole, let be there, and then spinal cord, I told you just now the arrangement of it like that. At the center there is cyton and at the outside there will be the axon, because they show some nerve which is either coming out or going out. So axon will form the nerves. So this type of arrangement is given by the God in our brain, that cerebrum and cerebellum have this type of arrangement, white matter outside, grey matter inside. Medulla and spinal cord will have this type of arrangement, grey matter inside, white matter outside. So children, for today it is over. Thank you. God bless you.